Indianapolis, Reid and 22 other members of the 49ers took a knee while the national anthem played before the 49ers-Colts game. So the Vice President of the United States left the game, cut out everything else, remove the static, and you have the play-by-play of what happened at Lucas Oil Stadium Sunday. It was an unquestionably ridiculous moment in time. But for Reid, it was one of the best examples to date of one of the issues he's trying to highlight. To Reid, Pence leaving Sunday's game upon seeing the 49ers taking a knee during the anthem was a PR stunt and was case in point for systematic oppression. Members of the San Francisco 49ers kneel during the playing of the national anthem before an NFL football game against the Indianapolis Colts, Sunday, October 8, 2017, in Indianapolis. Vice President Mike Pence left the 49ers-Colts game after about a dozen San Francisco players took a knee during the national anthem Sunday. AP photo Michael Conroy. And before you start firing off angry tweets and emails, my recommendation is this here readout. That's something the Vice President didn't do. And 14 months into Reid's protest, it seems like something few people have tried to do. I think we are reaching people, and there's another handful of people who chose not to hear us. Those people, you can't change their mind, they'll never listen to you, you'll never win with them, Reid told me after the 49ers' 2,623 overtime loss, in which he didn't play because of a PCL injury. We just need to keep the conversation going. When an opportunity presents itself to elect somebody into office at the state and national level, then we have to take advantage of those opportunities and put people in place who are going to do what we need done to fix these issues. But what are those issues? What is Reid's protest all about? What upset Pence so much that he decided to leave a game he traveled 1,500 miles to see before it even kicked off? We're more than a year into this protest, and those questions still need to be answered. Perhaps that was part of Pence's rationale. And that's where things start to get frustrating for Reid. Reid is tired, unfazed, but tired, of having to explain how he, his teammates, and his peers around the NFL taking a knee during the anthem isn't a protest of the flag, or the national anthem, or the military. Reid said his mother was in the armed services. He said his uncle served in the armed services. He has said it time and time again, he's not anti-military, he's not anti-flag, and he's not anti-America. But he is against racial injustice in America and police brutality towards minorities. And that's why for the last 14 months, save for the first 2 weeks this preseason, he's taken a knee during the national anthem before 49ers games. He was the first to do it with Colin Kaepernick last year, and he's not going to stop now. Even if it does upset the powerful. In many ways, that's the point. No protest has ever been universally approved. The scrutiny is worth it, so long as it brings awareness to the issues Reid is trying to highlight. But it doesn't seem like Pence is getting the message. The vice president made it clear with his protest today he is against Reid's kind of peaceful demonstration. And that's where things become disheartening for Reid. For me, that's case in point for systematic oppression. He's a powerful man, has a huge following, has a huge platform, and this is what he chooses to do: fly in on taxpayer money to confuse the message that we've been working so hard to control the narrative on. It's really disheartening when everything that you were raised on, everything I was raised on, was to be the best person I could be, to help people that need help, and the Vice President of the United States is trying to confuse the message that we're trying to put out there. There's no indication that Pence flew into Indianapolis to do anything other than watch Sunday's game, and his statement, which was hardly off the cuff and was sent out almost immediately upon his leaving of the game, raised the question: did Pence fly from Las Vegas to Indianapolis for the sole purpose of walking out of a football game? Reid thinks so until somebody tells me that he goes to NFL games on a regular basis. I think this is a PR stunt because he knows our team has had the most players protest, so he stopped in to watch us do it and left with an effort to thwart what we've been trying to accomplish. And Pence used my money, and Reid's money, and your money, to do it. If Pence's goal Sunday was to stop NFL players from kneeling during the anthem, he failed. Reid isn't going to stop. Sunday's events only emboldened him. If Pence's goal was to better understand the protests, which started with the 49ers and have spread across the world of sports, and find a mutually acceptable solution to end the controversy around them, he failed there, too. Pence could have talked Reid or any protesting Niner about the protest when they both were in town. They would have welcomed the opportunity. He didn't even try. Perhaps Pence didn't want to understand Reid's cause. Perhaps he wanted to coup the protest and the fervor around it to serve his and the president's agenda. Or perhaps he understands exactly what Reid is protesting and wanted to come out against it. A white man in the second highest office in the land showing up black men's peaceful protests to racial injustice. We don't know which it is. Pence wasn't at Lucas Oil Stadium long enough for us to find out.